everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Bull Energy Loose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kenny and Andy McPhee.
Got it. That's really cool. The film industry is pretty awesome, don't you think?
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing in the US as well. It's very different. I've been lucky to visit a couple times now. And sort of every time I go to LA and New York, I feel like I learn so much that I then can take back to Australia because it feels like sort of America is kind of a couple years into the future of where the film industry is headed, and then it trickles down to Australia. So I very much enjoy the differences culturally between everywhere, and I've been lucky enough that filmmakers globally are quite friendly in my experience and happy to meet up and talk about what their industry is like in their country. So, across like Hong Kong as well. And even, we were talking about Sydney earlier. Sydney's also got a massive film scene, but it's slightly different. So it's awesome how each community has their own stuff going, but everyone's keen to link up and learn from each other.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. What was your upbringing like before you got into film? So you grew up in Melbourne, right? What was that like?
Yeah, so I grew up in Melbourne. I'm born and raised here. I've lived in Melbourne my whole life, apart from a little stint in a small country town called Merimbula, which is very coastal and originally very small, but now it's become like a tourist destination. On the way when you drive from Melbourne to Sydney, it's kind of like a stopover. And so I'm half like Hong Kong Chinese and then half German Polish. So my upbringing was growing up in like a biracial household, which I really loved, like having that mix of sort of, like a Aussie European dad and then my mom and having like a strong Cantonese cultural background. Um, and I would say like very, very sweet. I grew up really close to animals. Like we've always had pets. And so I feel like I've been very grateful that my parents have a massive love of nature and wildlife. So I've really carried a lot of that into my work as well. Like I love natural landscapes and
Mhm.
animals and wildlife. And, that's why like wildlife conservation documentaries are one of the areas of filmmaking that I'm specifically interested in because I think film is such a powerful way to show people what they should care about protecting.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.